Hi, welcome to Pictures, Notes and Words. I'm Hedgy, and this is SWARMAGEDDON, a band I've never heard of. But somebody called Tiffany Alberti said, please react to the bands, and listed a couple, and SWARMAGEDDON was one of them, and I thought, oh, I've not heard of them. That's an interesting name, isn't it? So I'm sorry, Tiffany, I don't do reactions, but I will give you my opinion of the song. It's an interesting name, isn't it? SWARMAGEDDON are from France, and as we all know, there's some fantastic metal comes out of France. They've got this album out called Inhuman. I think it came out at the end of last year. Certainly in the second half of last year. It's their debut album, and this is a song called Reanimation from it. And that's all I've got, really. I don't know anything about SWARMAGEDDON. It's one of those bands where I was kind of just captivated by the name, because you just like, SWARMAGEDDON? What on earth? So let's just get on with it. Should probably put this in. I really don't know what we're going to get, by the way. I haven't listened to this at all. I've just taken with the name.
Will you
wow, that was really good. Where shall we start? Where shall we start? Let's start with that production. That production was so tight. It was production that had been just polished, and it was just so incredibly tight and clean without spoiling the heaviness. You know, they didn't polish it up to the point where it lost its power. And it just made everything just sound so, how can I put it? And it made it sort of machine-like. And I don't mean that like as if to say they'd taken all of the feeling out of it. That's not what I mean. It just sounded like some brutal industrial machine that just, I don't know, stamps out things out of metal, basically, like, it had that. You know how, and this is nothing like Fear Factory, right? But you know how Fear Factory has that sound that makes you think about machines. Admittedly, Fear Factory are usually singing about machines, but you know it has that sound, doesn't it, to the music that kind of makes you think of machinery. And this has a sound, I think it's the production. The production's so tight and so perfect that it kind of puts me in mind of that sort of thing, you know? And I don't want to go make you think the wrong thing, as if I'm saying it sounded like, it could have been made by machines, or that there's no feeling in it. That's not what I mean at all. It just had this really fantastic, heavy, almost a seriousness about the music. Is this making sense? It's really hard to when you try describing a feeling, it's not easy. But also the song composition was really mature. It was a really grown-up song composition, because the writing, you could have easily just said, okay, let's just blast along, you know, get the growly singer on it and just blast all our way through a song and just end. But instead, no, it was very progressive. It was well constructed. It was certainly well recorded. You know, I've already done the production bit, but it was put together in such a way that it was a really mature and clever composition, I think. And on top of all that, because all that aside means nothing if it's not a good song. But I was totally, what was that? That was nearly 5 minutes, and I was mesmerized by it. I was just like, this is really, really good. I don't mean that to say, well, you know what, I do. I was kind of surprised at how good it was, how well done it was, how well written, how entertaining, how enjoyable it was. There you go. Now, obviously, the vocals are not going to be to everyone's taste, but if you like your death metal, then, you know, I could draw some obvious conclusions with Arch Enemy or something, but I don't want to. I think this stands separate enough. Obviously, they're in the same camp, ballpark, whatever you want to say. Ballpark's an Americanism, is it? We don't say ballpark in the UK, so it always feels a bit weird coming out of my mouth. But it is a saying. They're in the same ballpark. What is a ballpark? Is that a baseball park? Is that a baseball pitch? It's not important right now. Anyway, that was cool. France has come up with yet another great sounding death metal-y band. SWARMAGEDDON. It's an interesting name, isn't it? But this is their debut album, and I'm very interested to hear more of this. Definitely. This, I think, I saw it written somewhere, I'm not entirely sure, it was their third single off this, so there's more out there to go and find if you just want to check out more of the band. But without getting any deeper into the weeds, without really going into, this was this, you know, the drummer was just like... as soon as I say without getting deeper into the weeds, I immediately get deeper into the weeds. The drummer, I just loved what he was playing. It was inventive, and it kept switching it up without playing all over the song. You know, you get some musicians who, in their quest to be the most inventive on stage, they play all over the song and kind of become lead drums or whatever. But no, this all went together. So I'm really, are you getting this? I'm really, really impressed. And I hope they get lots of attention. This video has not had enough attention yet, so give it some more. Okay, let me know what you think. SWARMAGEDDON. Get in. See you soon. Bye bye.